Ooh, child. Look at here. Okay, so today is about basic contouring and highlighting. That means nothing major or spectacular. My disclaimer, my video was live for my Facebook page, and rather than try to record it as a new mommy, I thought it'd be nice just to voice over what I have. So I sped everything up. Right now I am putting on my powder foundation. That's after I've done my eyes, my eyebrows, and apply my lashes. I also use a liquid foundation, Lancôme Tint Adult, in 460 suede. Now the powder I'm using is also Lancôme, and it is in 450, which gives me this perfect skin color. It literally is like my face. And I'm going into the dialogue about my math class. So I'm also a full-time college student and full-time mommy. Thank you guys. That's why it's been so long since my last video. So sorry. But now we're gonna get into the contouring part. So after you've applied your face powder, I particularly like to use powder contour versus cream. Cream shifts and moves. I have dry skin. I also use a lot of primers and hydrators and thick moisturizers for my face. So I use the powder to kind of balance out that whole creamy, powdery thing. Okay. So we're going to use Anastasia Beverly Hills contour, but first we're going to set and bake some of our product on our face. So the key places to kind of bake are in the center of the forehead, underneath the eye, around the mouth, which I didn't do this time, but that's okay. And I did down the bridge of my nose because that's like where most people sweat. It's really weird in my family. So I sweat in those areas, and I do a lot of facial movements, as you can see. And so I set it in the places where I move my face a lot. So set it and forget it. Okay, so I'm gonna switch brushes to a contouring brush because I have a small face. Obviously, my brushes tend to be a little encompassing of my skin, so I just use a smaller brush. Now, what I normally would probably use is my beauty blender, but we recently moved and I cannot find all of my things, so I've got to replace them. Yay, new stuff. Now that I've set my under my eyes, my forehead, and down my nose, I'm showing you that there's this figure 3 that you want to use. It's the standard. So I'm teaching you the basics. So the standard is that you want to use like a kind of a figure 3. I call it 3 and E on your face to contour around. Now, when you're contouring, you're basically minimizing the things that you don't want people to put their eyes on, and bringing attention with your highlighter the areas that you want. So what you're going to do is, those are the areas right between my finger and my thumb. That's where you want to apply your darker colors. It's totally up to you. Contouring is a customizable thing. I like to fish kiss my face, so pull my lips in, kind of like the sucked in jaw, and show you where it needs to be contoured. Once I do that, see, I go back into my figure 3 pattern. Try not to go up onto your cheeks with your contour, then that creates a whole nother other problem. There's another contour I also use, but we'll do that later when I'm doing a full face. Oh, wrong color. Her put cool on it. Let's fix it. Magic eraser. So what I tend to do, which I don't see a lot of people do, is I move my contour. I make my contour a little broad. I want it to look like it came from my face, you know? And then there's that other part that goes, so the third place is your jawline. It is to help soften and smooth out your jawline. So if you have a double chin, if you have a square jawline at the bottom, and you want it a little bit more softer, use a contour, use a darker color right there by your ear, and bring it down to your chin. I don't have a big chin, so I don't contour my chin, but I do contour my second neck down there. I have a second chin, so my second chin I try to hide. I've had it even when I was like 112 pounds. So then I like to blend mine out just a little bit, just so it looks more like it's a part of my face. I think the key to any good makeup is looking like you just woke up straight like that. I mean, don't we all just want to look like we woke up like looking like Beyonce? Yes, we all do. But in the real world, we just have to contour it. So if you not see, I am highlighting with my lighter color those same areas where I set my foundation. I also am going to use a highlighter there. So underneath the eyes, right there on the side of the cheekbones, just above that perfect place where you put your cheek color. That's where you're going to want to put your highlighter, okay? Because that's going to bring attention to and focus points on. Now, another thing that I'm doing here is underneath your contour. This is a very new, kind of thing to kind of keep your contour defined. You can use your contour and, like I said, highlight the bridge of my nose, which brings it up. And I'm going to highlight underneath my contour on the cheek, so that also brings it up. Now, I forgot to put the hot contour on my nose, so that's what I'm doing now. I'm putting my darker color to the side of my nose, so as it's to help it define my bridge. I have a crooked nose, and I would like to keep it looking more pointed and straight. So I add highlight in the middle, and then I contour with the darker colors on the side. I'm going off about something. Oh yeah, for the love of God, please do not apply your contour above your eyebrow, because then you look like Andy Warhol photo. I think it's Andy Warhol. Anyway, so now you're gonna take that. Now as you see my highlighted areas and my cheekbones, underneath my eyes. Oh, it's so pretty as you see it come together. It looks really, really nice. Very precise. And like I said, I can't find my beauty blender. We moved, a lot of stuff got misplaced, and I was kind of tired of waiting to make my videos. Baby's getting older. I have nothing to do. So we're gonna use what we have and make the best of it. And then I take my kabuki brush and I blend it all together. And the reason why I do it that way is because nothing can help create a blended look like having it all there and then blending it out. It just gradiates so well. So I'm doing that. As you can see, I like to use my fingers a lot to kind of blend in those small areas that my brushes can't get. I'm totally a hands-on person. And as you can see, when I smile, automatic highlight. Okay, so now the next thing we're going to do after we do that highlight is we're going to start adding our cheek color so that we can see, the end results, the benefits of contouring. Contouring is something that's really, really good because it helps to shape your face and brings your makeup together and makes it look so well done, especially when you're doing photos. I believe in the contour of photos. Some people think it's too much makeup, but nothing shows makeup like when you're taking a picture. So the cheek color that I'm going to use first, because I do two, and a glittery highlighter is it's by Fashion Fair. It's called Tangelo. Now I haven't done the research, so I don't know if you can even still get it. Fashion Fair was a brand created by and for the women of color, and I really like how pigmented their blush was, and so I use it. So now next I'm going to use the MAC. It's called Cheeky Bitz. Cheeky Bitz is like a translucent color, not transparent, just translucent. You can still see it. It gives you like a slight shimmer with a hint of color. And as you can see, I just love to just brush it all on my face because you can't really see the color unless you're like going really hard. And I use a stippling brush as well, so it applies it lightly no matter how heavy-handed you are. So it helps you with like that natural glow. After that, I am going to apply, I believe this is when I apply my highlighter. So I take my highlighter and I'm gonna put it right there around the high part of my cheek. I'm not gonna bring it down into the rounds of my cheek. I'm gonna bring it right there by the side of my eye. And then I'm gonna take it around my brow to the top side of the back end of my eyebrow. See? And I'm like, ooh. I get so hyped when I use my highlighter because it's like amazing. I paid a pretty little penny for it, and it is Lancôme, and I feel like if I'm gonna spend good money on makeup, it ought to do what it ought to do. So it looks really good, especially in the sunlight. See how it just brightens that little space up just enough. So I do that, and then I bring that down the middle of my nose, kind of like reinforcing the highlight that I have, but adding a little shimmer because, you know, men like shiny things. So now that I'm finished with that, I'm going to put a little bit on my nose. Now I use my finger to put the highlighter on the tip of my nose because for whatever reason, it gives it a lot more of a glow. And it just makes that point on my nose look that much more cute and feminine. I'm going to go back and I'm going to reinforce this contour that I've done around my nose area because it can get a little, you know, it can get a little light. So I've done that. Remember not to take it above your eyebrow, okay? We're not cartoon characters. Unless you just don't want somebody to recognize who you are, then you probably could, but I wouldn't recommend it. So now that that's done, I'm just going to dust my face off, removing all of the excess products, so that I don't walk around flaking on people. And there you have it, finished product. The rest of the video was cut short because I knew that I was not going to do it. But if you like, share, and subscribe, I really appreciate it. You can follow me on Facebook at Ms.Tavi MUA. That's my makeup page. And you can follow me on Instagram at BeautyIzHerGame. I truly appreciate you taking your time for watching. Thanks so much. And have a blessed and wonderful day.